Power play goals in an Oiler uniform.
Well, I've had a few more of the games than those guys for sure, but obviously to be mentioned with those guys is an honor. Those guys, set the bar really high as far as winning Stanley Cups and team and what that all meant for the Oilers organization. Period. So, it's a nice feeling for sure.
If yesterday had gone different, you might not have had this chance. So what do you think of having the opportunity to do what you did tonight?
There you go. You said it best. It's opportunity, and things happen for a reason, and for whatever reason that is, that's the way it is, and I'm very, very blessed.
Does it make it even more special, the fact that you get to wear that jacket after an emotional day like yesterday?
Yeah, obviously it's nice to be recognized as far as the teammates, and it could have gone to Scrivs or even Gags or whoever scored the winner, but it was an excellent effort in the lateral half of the game. We didn't start very good, and we know that in here. We got to get better at playing full 60, and this jacket probably could go to Scrivs too.
You didn't think of maybe pointing to Wayne and like I went up to you, or just to have him here is kind of nice too, because you guys have a friendship and a relationship as well.
I talked to him actually in between. I don't know if it was first and second, but playing for him at the Olympics in '02 and in '06. Yeah, he's my hero. He's a great ambassador to the game. Obviously, he's a great for this organization from the past. So it's nice to have him in the building.
Just over 3 minutes left. How did that play develop?
You know what, Smithy, I think he tried to put a backhand, back. I don't know if it was for me. I don't think so. I think he saw something, and I think it was a little lucky he came to me, and I had speed. I went down, and I saw an opening, and I shot it, and it was nice to see it going.
Unfortunately, we've had to ask you this a lot, so hopefully this is the last time. But you've had some of the health issues. How did you feel tonight? And you had to play more than usual because Petrie went out. I got to be honest. It felt awesome in the beginning, and the last period was a battle for me. I think you guys saw too a little bit in some shift how I didn't have much left, and but you know what? It feels really good to have the points, and it was a great night. Thank you.
Sam?
Yeah.
Taylor pointed. Did he get a piece of you?
Yeah, he got a piece. I think he was pointing at me that I made a nice play to him.
Sam, you guys come from behind to beat the Islanders. Just take us through that winning goal, because you did all the work and Taylor gets the credit for it.
Yeah, no, I just trying to clog up the neutral zone. Halsey did a good job of pushing him to my side, and I was able to pick a pass off to the races, and Halsey drove the net really well. It allowed me to make that move and get it to him, so it was nice to get the win.
You guys get a couple of wins in a row here, but how would you sum up the way you guys played? It looked like you really started to pick it up with about 12, 13 minutes left in the third there.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't happy with the way we played in the first two periods, and we talked a lot about it in between second and third, and we got we were doing the things that make us successful in the third. We were getting pucks in deep and forechecking it, and it was a big reason we were able to come out the win.
What can you say about the guy wearing the military jacket tonight, especially after an emotional day yesterday, and the way he passed Wayne Gretzky with Gretzky in the house and ties Glenn Anderson for most power play goals as another?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's tough for him. He's not sure if he's staying or going. I know from experience, it's one of those things that. It's nice once the deadline passes and you're able to just focus on playing hockey, and you know, Smitty did a great job tonight of helping us get back in that game, and you know, a huge goal to you know, tie a record. It's to hold a Oiler record for goals or assists or points or anything is pretty impressive, considering all the firepower they had here over the years. So you know, I'm sure he's happy about it. Yeah, I'm sure. You know, I think Smitty's gear wear shows that Gretzky's probably his favorite player growing up. So I think that you know, it's obviously nice for him to be in the stands when Smitty gets that goal, and you know, it'll be nice to see Smitty break it.
How much did Mark Fraser fire you guys up with some physical play there early in the third? It seemed like he really sparked things.
Yeah, it was big for us. You know, we weren't doing the right things the first two periods, and we were getting away from the way that the game plan that makes us successful. And you know, for him, he came in here, he made some big hits for us, a big fight there at the end, and it really gets you going. So it's nice to see.
Do you think he'd score? It should have been 2 tonight.
First 2.5 periods is probably some of the best hockey you guys have played in a couple of months.
Yeah, we you know, we shut them down for most of the game, and you know, we played solid, and it's just a couple breakdowns, and you know, they opportunistic again. It seems like that every game.
Yeah, it's been happening too much lately, and I think we played a pretty good game. They had some momentum in the last 3-4 minutes of the second, and we knew they were gonna keep coming. And yeah, they scored the goal in the power play, and we had some chances after which we didn't capitalize on, and then that's what happens.
Is there just something you guys are doing going into the third period? Because I think, you know, the Bees having trouble keeping the lead in the third period.
Well, I know. I wish we had an answer for that. I had an answer. We're gonna try to bear down, and like I said, if you get their chances with some 2-on-1s, and we didn't take advantage of, so you gotta try to get the third, fourth goal and not try to sit back.
A good chance late there in the regulation. It looked like the shot was going over his shoulder.
Yeah, I thought I got a pretty good shot off, and he obviously read it pretty good and just hit his shoulder there, and then had a big chance in the overtime where I thought I had less time than I did, and probably should have taken a little more time there, but that's what happens.
What's the mindset of the team grinding through these last 20 or so games, especially with what's happened to the roster?
Well, I think it's a big chance for a lot of players to improve their game, get better, and obviously we have a lot of young guys who can establish themselves, and there's a lot of pride still factoring in, and also job security, so you can't take it off. We're still working hard, I think, and we're just trying to stay together and try to get some wins.
Playing for next year.
Exactly. Like you can't just say, okay, it's over. We just, like I said, I think we have worked hard the last games here, and we're a tight group here, and we got to try to find a way tomorrow.
Thanks for this.
Yeah.
Good coach.
Gave up a PK goal. Strommy's line struggled. You know, before the Hamannik penalty, our young guys had a tough shift. Nothing we can do about it. You got to teach and you got to learn from it. But at some point, you know, they have to realize that those little things, the minute you stop moving your feet or get out of position, it's going to cost you. And then, you know, if we score in overtime and all the chances that we had or grabbing the scores late in the game, we're not even having this conversation. So we're solid defensively, even for the whole night. We didn't give them many chances. You know, Cal should have came out on, I think, Larson's goal. And then, you know, the PK goal, we have a chance to clear it. We don't get it out, and then we mismanage the puck in overtime. So, I mean, as the game was going, I was pretty pleased with the effort, and all 4 lines were given. Structurally, we were good. We didn't give them many chances. But then again, when you anticipate or cheat, it's going to come back to get you, and that's exactly what happened with some of our young guys tonight.
Anders Lee looks like he's making the most of this opportunity here.
He's playing hard. He's playing well. You know, he's making the most of his opportunity. You know, there's as he moved forward here, guys know that they're battling. You know, they're battling in that room, obviously, for jobs, and he's battling hard.
What's he doing really well that you've seen?
Skating, getting to the net, protecting the puck down low, making high percentage plays, chipping pucks, you know, all the little things. Defensively, he's getting much better. You know, as a young guy, there's some areas that he needs to improve in, but, you know, I like his attitude, and I like the big body, and I like the way he uses it. Thanks.
Dallas, once your team gets rolling, obviously they can take over a game, but that process took a while.
Yeah, I'd rather us not wait until the last 4 minutes of the second period to get going. We could not get going. We've been preaching the ways to play, and through over half the game. It wasn't until the last 4 minutes of the second we finally understood what we needed to do, and then we carried it on into the third, which was good. But you know, the Islanders were their defense were great tonight. They were standing up. They had closed the gaps. It was hard to enter the zone, and we just figured that we would keep skating the puck in. And it wasn't until we started putting the puck in behind them that we started getting some success.
Gagne and Braun both talked about how the room in the second intermission was really fired up. You know, a lot of Braun's yelling, but in a good way, like brothers. Is that what the team needed? Explain what was going on there.
I didn't hear them yelling. I heard me yelling, and but I like that. A coach is there to hold them accountable and give them hugs and kick them in the butt sometimes. But for me, the best coaching that happens and the best accountability that happens, and the best way you become a team and one that wins is when that's happening in the room. And it doesn't have to be always confrontational, but hey, listen, we want to do these things a certain way, and why aren't you doing it? Are you helping us or are you hurting us? Are you pushing us forward or are you holding us back? They're simple questions, and but that's encouraging for me to hear. I had a very one-sided conversation with them, and but obviously they were already after it too if they're saying that.
Is it disappointing to you that you have to do that?
Everybody has to do it. It's nonstop. Even the teams that I've been on that were really good teams, teams that I've coached that have been excellent teams, it's nonstop. It's a constant hammering home of how you want to play, and it'll never be enough. It'll never be enough, and it's just how it is. You're always searching for the perfection in the game, and you'll never get it. You'll never get a perfect game. You'll never get a perfect training session. But that's what it ends up being when guys start coming off the rail. And what's going to happen here is as we get better, the expectations will rise. And so it'll always be a constant thing for me. As soon as we get better, our game's better, now we're up here. Well, as soon as we fall a little bit below that, then we'll be on them again. And I want them to hold themselves highly accountable. And as a group, we don't want a ceiling on us. The sky's the limit, and we always have to be pushing to attain, higher aspirations.
Do you think that comeback happens if Mark Fraser didn't set the tone physically there early in the third? It seemed like he really got into it.
Well, I'll tell you, he was playing hard. Like that's what Mark does. Mark's going to clear the net. He doesn't take kindly to people taking any kind of coming near our net, making any kind of contact with our goalies. He doesn't like anybody making any kind of contact with our other players. He's a real stand-up guy. He's a good character guy, and he's mean and on the ice. So I thought he played a hell of a game, and something that we needed on our back end, and he's come in and filled the role very well.
I know you're all about the wins and the 2 points, but was it any more special for you knowing that Wayne Gretzky was in the house?
Hey, listen, it's always great when Gretz is here. I had one of the highlights of my career was having a cup of coffee with the Rangers in '97. I got there at the trade deadline, and we went to the conference final, and I got to be on a team, and I didn't play a whole bunch, but I got to sit and I got to watch him, and I got to watch Messier and Leach and these guys and how they carried themselves and what great pros they were, and I thought it was special too that Ryan scores that goal to go one more up, and Wayne's in the house, and that's got to be just an amazing feeling for Ryan, not only to take a step up, but to have Wayne in the house, because I know he loves Wayne dearly.
At times this year, your goaltending was costing you games. Now it seems like it's giving you a chance to win. How important is that just to the psyche and to the team?
Oh, it's, Rob, you're right on. We had struggles in our net early, and those young men that were here were working their damnedest to get out of it. And there were a lot of nights that we played well enough to win, and it didn't happen because we had our struggles there. And when that happens, it takes away from the confidence of your team. It puts a question mark on maybe what you're trying to teach, especially coming in as a new staff, and because there's no reward. There was no reward when we played well. And so what's happened here as of late is, we're getting the timely saves. We're getting saves on nights when maybe we're not playing that great, and it at least keeps us in the fight. So it's been huge for us. It's over the last kind of 10 games we've played some good hockey. I still want us to play much better. It's always going to be that way, but our goaltending is helping us greatly now.
Great, thank you.
Very good. Thank you.